Ah. Fucking hurry up. Bastard. Online. Alright, excellent. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PSD Podcast number 3, where we are joined by none other than Will's World Entertainment. How you doing, Will?
I'm good. How you doing, fellas?
Yeah, we're good, man. Good.
I'm good.
Yep. So, fucking, alright, as it is, we've got this rumble up. There's 30 geezers in it. They're all pretty fucking random this time round. No one picked a team. So, pick a favourite. I guess yours is Brett up. I've got Mr. Perfect in there. Go on, Robert, you having? You don't even know who's in there, but have a guess.
Macho Man.
Alright, nice. Alright. So, yeah, do you want to give people a little introduction to who you are, what your channel's about, and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, you know, I do a whole bunch of shit on my channel. I don't really have a set, like, you know, I don't have like a gaming channel and then a channel for live shows. I pretty much do everything on my channel. Live hangouts, drama shit, live reactions, gameplays, you know, everything. I do everything on the channel.
Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few of it, mate. You do some good stuff. Get people involved, don't you? So
I thrive off my live shows for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of followers on that, man. Doing well on there, definitely.
Not too bad.
I mean,
Not too bad.
I think I was saying the first time I ever watched one of your podcasts, it was about The Walking Dead and like who's gonna get bumped off by Negan, and that was like,
yes,
that was quite a while ago now, but yeah, that was the first time I watched one of them. I was in there. You thought I was a troll.
Yes, I'm very paranoid, so I mean, don't be offended by that.
No, I'm not, mate. I'm not. Alright, so seeing as this is a gaming channel, a lot of these questions are about gaming. So, Mr. Robert Rage, go ahead, fella.
Okay, now this is a two-part question because I changed it because I'm allowed. What is your favourite all-time game, and what is your favourite game that you're currently playing?
Easy one first. The current game, obviously, Tekken 7. You see a very large number of videos and streams on my channel based on that game. So currently, Tekken 7. All time is a tough question, but I can narrow it down to 2. I'm not sure which one I like more than the other because I've put numerous hours, and they both came out when I was in high school, and I gotta be honest with you, it motivated me to ditch school many a time just to play these games for hours and hours on end. Not gonna bullshit anybody. Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Final Fantasy 7. If I were to lean towards one, just basically putting time put into it, I would say Final Fantasy 7.
Not bad. A lot of people, I say a lot of people. NF Punk said that last week. We know a few other guys that play Final Fantasy. But to be honest, I've only ever played it years ago on something like the Mega Drive, or I don't even know now. It was a long fucking time ago. But I don't really know too much about them. But they came across as kind of like a Pokemon style game or something last time I played it.
RPGs. Yeah, RPG style games. I had never played an RPG like that in my life until Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
And I instantly fell in love with it and devoted many hours into that game. Many hours. Hundreds of hours.
More than Skyrim?
I would have to say so, yes. Yes. Skyrim's definitely in my top 5 as well, and Red Dead Redemption.
You've done a lot on Red Dead, ain't ya, Rob? That's sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was that was a punt, that game, when I first bought it, because I wasn't sure about it. It took me a while to get into it, but it was one of them, you know, you got into it and it was just like, oh, this is fucking amazing, didn't want to put it down, loved the game from start to finish, and obviously Skyrim is one of the best games I personally have ever played.
Yes. You will not get an argument out of me.
Yeah, no, Skyrim, hands down, one of my favourites. It's like, for me, I love the Zelda games on the N64, and I think the GameCube even, and like Skyrim is the closest thing that's come to them Zelda games for me. But even still, they're better in a lot of ways than the Zelda games because it's new gen, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, it's good then. Is that one done? But you happy?
Yeah, I'm quite satisfied with that answer. Yes, but
Yeah.
alright, next question, Mr. Bringer. What is your favourite genre of games?
Favorite genre of games would be fighting games for sure. I enjoy playing competitively. I'm a very competitive person, so this is my outlet, and that's why when you see me getting angry at these games, that's the reason why. It's because I love them so much, and I hate to fucking lose. So I would have to say fighting games. It generates emotion in me, whereas when I'm playing a single-player game, you know, like a God of War or something like that, or an RPG like Skyrim, those are like kind of like my relaxing games. Like, I enjoy them, don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't have any pressure on me. I don't get, like, my adrenaline doesn't get going as much as it would playing a fighting game.
Yeah.
So I would have to say fighting games, just because it generates a lot of energy in me and a lot of emotion in me. It gets my adrenaline going and get, you know, that adrenaline rush. It's awesome.
You get your gaming buzz.
Yes,
you get that buzz you want from a game.
Exactly.
So what would you say then, like, early doors you had like Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat and that, even like, do you remember Killer Instinct? That, like, I don't know if you remember that one.
I've played them all.
What would you say was the best of the early doors fighting games?
The old school games, the best one of the old school.
Or your favourite? Depends how you want to look at it. Best, favourite, can all often be different things.
Good question. Street Fighter 2 was way before Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is a damn good question. Depends on how far back. If I was to go like way back in the time machine to when I was like 8, 9 years old, it would have to be Street Fighter 2 Turbo, not Turbo, Hyper Fighting, Hyper Edition. There was so many different editions.
Yeah, there was.
But that would be the one where they were faster than normal.
Yeah,
That would have, if we're going way back then, but into my teens, I would have to say, fuck, because I've played a whole bunch some that you may have not even heard of. I've played.
Yeah.
They're really good, like Battle Arena Toshinden. I love those games. That's basically Tekken with swords, but it was before Soul Calibur and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
2, not 3. 2.
And
most people would say Mortal Kombat 3 or Trilogy. I'm gonna say Mortal Kombat 2.
No, I think you're right, mate. You hit the nail on the head. For me personally, Mortal Kombat 2 was my favourite fighting game of the old school. Until Tekken 3 came out. Tekken 3 basically just stole it, and then I never really, like, I played a couple of other Mortal Kombat games and that, but nothing. I think Tekken's the best fighting game myself, so.
Best fighting game series of all time is Tekken. I don't give a fuck what any Street Fighter fan has to say. They can lick my balls. They're just lying to themselves. It's the best fight. It's the best-selling, greatest fighting game series of all fucking time. The numbers don't lie. More people play this game and buy this game than any other fighting game, and there's a reason for that. I've loved the series ever since the initial game, I remember when I first got my PlayStation, the PlayStation 1,
Yeah.
it came with a demo disc, and you could play a couple games, but then it showed a bunch of previews for others, and Tekken was one of them. And I would just watch the preview that they would show, and it was awesome. It was like the best graphics at that time. I was like, my God, this is the best graphics I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
Like, this is incredible. And when I finally played it, I'm like, this is gonna change the game. Like, it's gonna change the fighting game genre. And sure enough, it did. Tekken 2 was really good. Tekken 3, like, you know, you just mentioned, like, pretty much put it over the top. 4 was a little bit of a letdown. 5 was great, and that was the one I was like at my best was when I played Tekken 5, because I was like completely addicted to it. It was my life. Like, after I got out of work and training and all that stuff, showered, threw the fucking PS3 on, Tekken 5.
Yeah.
All day until I went to sleep, and did it all over again.
Mate, I remember.
6 was good. And obviously 7 is fantastic. I'm actually playing it right now as we speak.
Getting that rank up. So, go on, just say.
Practice.
Oh, in the old practice mode. Not bad. Yeah, I remember playing Tekken at the arcade. I think was the first time I ever played Tekken. Fucking back in the old days of arcade machines.
Caveman days.
Alright. Go on then, Bat.
Alright. So, favourite character from a game?
Any game?
Any game.
Any game you've played that you... Any game.
That is a tough question. Holy shit. Ah, damn, that is a damn good question. I don't know if I can answer that one.
I think David said, oh, I don't know, what did he say now?
Fuck knows.
Was that, no, that was Joel and Thingy from The Last of Us, wasn't it? I think Dave said, and I think NF Punk said someone from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I think.
I would have to say Gabriel Belmont from Castlevania. Gabriel Belmont being Dracula.
Yep.
Turned into Dracula. But that's what I would go with. The story's compelling. The character's badass. He was badass before he was Dracula. Now he's Dracula. He's even more badass. The story's great. The character has a lot of depth. Kind of misunderstood. Everybody likens Dracula to a villain. I think he's a tragic character.
Yeah, he's got that in him, mate.
There's a lot of melancholy attached to him. So just a misunderstood character, not necessarily a villain. But yeah, I'll go with that one.
Alright, you played that new Castlevania game? The one...
Yes, sir.
Is that the one you've been playing, isn't it, Rob? Or that
no.
you completed? No?
No. I did give it a go, but I personally couldn't get into it myself. I did try though, but...
What was the one you completed?
What, on PSD?
Yeah. I don't know, I thought you done one. You showed me the last bus or something. Was that not...
Tomb Raider.
No. Fucking ages ago.
I
don't know, I thought you'd done it.
But it wasn't Castlevania.
Oh, fair enough. That's just me, can't remember the names of games, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
Alright, I think we already know the answer, possibly, to this question. But what is your favourite storyline from a game that you've played?
Favorite storyline from a game that I played? That's another... You're asking me some fucking very difficult questions, you know that? Like, I wasn't prepared for these. Storyline. I have to exclude all fighting games because the storylines in them are pretty basic.
Little Help, my favourite is Resident Evil 2. But
I think I would go with Red Dead Redemption.
Alright.
In that respect, Red Dead Redemption for sure. That story was very, very well done.
Yes, it
Very
was.
well done. I didn't see the ending is what seals the fucking deal in that story. Like, I didn't expect what to happen that happened. I didn't expect that at all. Thought it was gonna be like some happy ending type of thing.
Yep.
Nope. No fucking way. Furthest thing from. So if anything, that's the one. That story was very well done. Super.
Alright. Yeah, well, I wholeheartedly agree with that. It was a fucking amazing game. Amazing storyline. We already know the answer to this question, but it's the list I've got. What are you currently playing, Will?
Tekken 7. Literally, I'm playing it right now.
Right, that was short and sweet. What would you recommend as a multiplayer game?
Multiplayer game. Borderlands, all the way. Any one of the games. I don't care which one it is. 1, 2, pre-sequel, doesn't matter. You can have fun with that game. You just have fun. You know what I mean? It's not competitive shooting game like Call of Duty is. You get in there. It has that RPG aspect. You can trade weapons, trade money. Teamwork is essential. It's fun. It's way better when you play with more than one person as well. It's the funnest multiplayer game I've ever played. So Borderlands, any one of them.
Yeah, you guys have done that quite a bit on our channel and your channel, weren't you? Live streaming. Played Borderlands together on that.
Yeah, man. Again, I agree with that because I've put so many hours into like the first two on PS3 and then now on the PS4. So it's amazing games. All right, next question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
What game or games? Because obviously, I know there's a lot of games coming out. What games are you looking forward to within the next year or two?
The new God of War. Red Dead Redemption 2. There's another one I'm forgetting. It's escaping my thoughts. Those two are the ones that stick out the most for me. God damn it.
Is the one you're thinking of called Days Gone, by any chance?
No.
No? Okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
That's all right.
The new God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2, those two games are the ones I'm looking forward to above all others. They look incredible. I'm sure they will be incredible. So yeah, I will devote many hours of gameplay, especially into Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully it can be an equal. I don't think it can surpass the first one, but hopefully it'll be up on par with it.
Yeah.
And do you think, will that have a multiplayer option, do you think?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Definitely will.
That was one of the things that made Red Dead Redemption so good was the free roaming mode in online. You could literally go anywhere, interact with anyone, and do anything, and compete against other people as well. It was fantastic.
That's cool. Sounds like a lot of gameplay involved in that one then.
Oh yeah. You get your money's worth, that's for damn sure.
Alright, well, we've done alright there. 20 minutes, is that a record for longing out the first round of questions?
I think so, yeah.
When we done the first one, we was like, right, these questions should last like half hour. David got through them in 13 minutes, and I think NF Punk was like 15-20 minutes. We've got you 19:30, so it's not bad. We definitely need more questions there. But let's take a question from a geezer in the chat. Zimmer THFC, you know Zimmer. He says, if you could put a Mania match together, any wrestler and match, what would it be? Who would it be?
Currently active wrestlers or all time?
I think he just means fantasy all time. I don't know, but
okay, if all time, because I really wanted to see this match, and it's a goddamn shame that it couldn't happen for obvious reasons. Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Any type of match, I don't care. Submission match, Iron Man match. We throw those two motherfuckers in the ring and just let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go. Give them 30 minutes or more, 30 to 45 minute match. It would be a fucking goddamn masterpiece. I have no doubt.
Yeah,
that
I
would be
think
the
so.
one.
Yeah, you happy with that, Zimmer? There you go, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, any type of match. Yeah, it's a shame it didn't get to happen.
Did you not have a set of questions yourself, Bert?
Me? I've only got the extras. I sent you them. I don't think we did talk about something, didn't we? But it takes a bit of explaining. Alright, we'll give it a go. Have you ever heard of anything called Room 101? Will?
Have I heard of something called Room 101?
Yeah. If not, then I'll explain it. Cause if you know what Room 101 is, you'll know what I'm gonna say. But if not, right.
Is this a horror movie?
No. Alright. Basically, it's a TV show. Alright, and the guests are asked if they could throw something into Room 101, which I guess is basically like a black hole. So you get rid of it, it's gone. You know, like, say, traffic wardens, for example. Boom, no more traffic wardens. What would you throw into Room 101 or into the void?
So let me get this straight. So I can throw anything into this room and it'll be gone forever?
Exactly, it can be a person, a thing, a genre of movie, you know, like bad Hollywood remakes. Throw them fuckers in there, you know.
Oh boy.
Anything on the fucking planet. What would you throw in and it would be gone?
In all honesty, federal income tax. I mean, federal taxes and state taxes. Taxes altogether, thrown in that room, gone, wiped from the planet. International bankers no longer in control of the world. We're finally free.
Good thinking. Good thinking. It's not a bad one.
Without a fucking doubt. Can I throw something else in there too?
Go on, mate. I'll let you have 3 things. I'll let you have 3 things because I'm nice. Hang on, you're breaking up, I think, mate.
Yeah, sorry, it's because I walked into my kitchen. Second thing would be organized religion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep,
organized religion. Gone. Wiped away. Let me explain. One of the first reasons, and I realized this as a kid, that it was bullshit. I was baptized a Roman Catholic, right? And I'd go to church on Sundays as a kid and everything, and the sit, stand, kneel thing, Sunday school, everything. And what never made sense to me was like, why they would pass around a collection plate to take your money.
Yeah.
What in the fuck does money have to do with anything? Right there and then I realized it was bullshit. It's a fucking money scam. It's a money grab. That's all it is.
God loves money.
Capitalizing on people's fear of death. People are afraid of dying. They all want to think that there's something, and maybe there is something after, I don't know, but it's not going up in the clouds and sitting next to some big white bearded man. I have a white beard. I'm not God. You know what I mean? I don't sit in the clouds even though I live on the 2nd floor. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. But that would be the second thing I throw in there, organized religion. Stop brainwashing the people. Let people think for themselves, be themselves, act as themselves, and not have this, you know, fear of it. Well, having sex before marriage is a sin. If you do it, you have to go to church on Sunday, sit in a booth, and tell a fucking priest who thinks he's something special that you slept with a woman out of wedlock. And he has to forgive you, otherwise you're going to hell. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
Don't worry about it. I'll run things in hell. It's alright. It's not a bad place.
And the third thing I would throw in that room is all the cheating scumbag players in Tekken 7 that make my fucking life a living hell.
Yeah.
That's the third thing I would fucking do.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
That's cool, man. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I can agree with that.
Alright, we've got a few questions from Zima THFC in the chat. If you could be a part of any game, what game would it be?
A part of any game?
What's that mean? Exactly.
Jesus Christ, so many. So many. I can't answer that. There's a whole bunch of games. The one I'm playing right now, Tekken 7, would love to be a part of it. Skyrim, for sure. Who wouldn't want to, go on an adventure like that? Any of my favorite games, man, outside of Red Dead Redemption. Because I don't want to get shot up by a bunch of fucking government-issued fucking cocksuckers. Yeah, man, these are some good questions. I wasn't expecting this.
Trying to do something a bit different here, but we'll see how it goes.
Another question. Fucking hell, Rob, calm down, mate. What is your favourite all-time movie?
All-time movie. It always changes. It's just, I would the one that sticks out in my mind, I would have to say, is Braveheart, Mel Gibson. I remember watching it on VHS, and it was 2 tapes because the movie was so fucking long. You had to watch it it came with 2 tapes.
Yeah.
And top to bottom, great movie, great story. Bram Stoker's Dracula is another one. Great fucking movie. Very weird. Didn't understand it the first time I watched it because I was so young. Interview with the Vampire is one of my all-time favorites. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it.
No, it's a good film. Good film.
The Dark Knight also. I can't limit it to one. I can't do that. That's a tough question. Can't limit it to one.
Yeah, there's a lot of good films out there. On that note then, what are the worst sort of films? Like, I know there's probably a lot, but what would you say if you...
Movie.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. Because I remember watching it with a group of friends just because we knew it was bullshit. One of our friends was like, because of who was in it, it was like, this movie's great just based on who was in it. And that was Dave Bautista and Rob Van Dam. And it's called Wrong Side of the Tracks or something like that.
I've seen it out there. I haven't watched it though.
It's the worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. But there's one part of the movie that I enjoyed thoroughly. And that's when Dave Bautista shot the rapper Ja Rule right in his head, and you could see the hole in his head. I think he called. I think he says to Dave Bautista, "Fuck you" or something like that. And the acting is so bad, Bautista turns around and says, "Fuck me," like it was the worst acting ever. And just walks right up to him, no questions asked, and blows a hole in his fucking head. It was the greatest moment in theatrical history. But the movie as a whole was fucking shit.
Have you seen Wrestlers vs Zombies? Matt Hardy, Kurt Angle, and there's a few others. Shane Douglas, Roddy Piper, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan are in it.
No, I have not. I've seen a clip though of Kevin Nash. I believe Kevin Nash was in it.
I can't remember
Unless
now.
it's a different movie.
It might be. I can't remember.
Kevin Nash turns into a zombie or some shit.
No, I think that's one where he's with Psycho Sid, I think. It's Kevin Nash and Sid and Kurt Angle, isn't it? I think. I'm not sure now.
I haven't seen it, and I think I'm a better man for not seeing it.
Yeah. Well, don't ever watch Wrestlers vs Zombies, man. It was one of the worst pieces of shit. There's one scene in it where Hacksaw turns into a zombie and Roddy Piper has like a little bit of an emotional scene with him. You know, like, oh, you're my old mate and all this, but Roddy Piper has to kill him. And that's about the only fucking thing in that film that was any good. It was fucking bad. Right, go on then, get back to old... Go on, sorry mate.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Alright, has there been a game that at first you thought was rubbish, then found it out it was actually good? Rob's is Rocket League.
Rocket League, I watched gameplay of it before, and I got it for free, so I was lucky. It was free on PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I automatically knew it was fun, so I can't say it was Rocket League, but that game is that is a fun game. A fun game, and I cannot believe that it was free at one point. I cannot believe that. Such a fun game. But yes, the game that I thought was shit, but then after playing it for a little while, turned out to be good. In all honesty, and it's in my top 5 games of all time, was Skyrim. At first, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Come on, man. It's like, run around, grab some armor, do this, that, and I was like, right away, I was like kind of turned off.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, bro. But then, like, I took time, made a character, and made it the way I would, use it, and then I got sunk into the game.
Yeah, exactly the same thing for me, mate. I struggled to get into that game, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did persevere and get into the game, because it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I remember.
You do get turned off in the first parts of the game because it's kind of stupid. Like, that's maybe not the right word to use to describe it, but
maybe it's slow going.
Very, very slow. Like it's like a tutorial almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you may want to go to this place and pick up this pair of boots and a sword. You're probably going to need these, and it's kind of boring. But once you amass like skills and stuff like that, and you gain some experience, and then you're good.
Sorry,
when
guys.
You can fast travel and shit.
Sorry to interrupt. So I've got to go and get the phone. You can carry this for a bit, yeah, Rob? Just with them questions.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool, mate.
All right. Next question from Zima THFC. Besides yourself and Robert Rage, who do you like at the moment in YTWE?
Shield of Ballycastle, I enjoy. He's trying right now. All right, I hope he's listening. Right now, he's trying too hard in his promos instead of just being himself. And when he is himself, he's the funniest motherfucker on the planet. He's so fucking entertaining to listen to. Even it doesn't matter what he's saying. Like, it doesn't even matter what the fuck he's saying. He just needs to say stuff and just fucking go. Just fucking go. I love me some Shield of Ballycastle. Who else? Boston fan I enjoy too. I just wish he'd cut his promos a little bit shorter. Who else? Hexen's special effects quality and storytelling. He reminds me of Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. I've told him this many times. So I enjoy that. Tells a good story. Gets the job done.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Pat, when he decides to do a promo, does a really good job.
Yeah.
He shocked the hell out of me with his promo abilities. He really did. He really did. And I like, if Babbling Brook ever does a promo, I'll like that too, because I would like to have sex with her.
Nothing wrong with that, I suppose.
If she's married, I apologize, but it has to be said. There's nothing wrong with calling a female attractive.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is
man.
about her. Just find myself fixated on her. And it's not because of her right-wing state of mind, which is very similar to mine. It's not because of that. I think it might have something to do with the makeup.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's something about the bitch.
Right. Next question. What is your all-time favourite moment in wrestling you watch over and over again?
All-time favorite moment. There's a bunch of them. This is another one that's hard to narrow down, but it has to be like, because I just like, this was fucking well done, incredible. Chris Jericho's debut in the WWE. when he debuted interrupting The Rock with the Millennium Countdown clock. That was fucking incredible. The best debut of anybody ever in the wrestling business was that. And they almost fucked it up afterwards. He almost fucked up his career, man. Thank God he recovered. I think he's in the argument of what he calls himself, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. He's definitely in that conversation, in my opinion. But yes, absolutely, that moment. Like, I watch it now. I'll go back on the network and find that episode of Monday Night Raw and fast forward to that part just to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good moment. He's done amazingly well, that fella, in his career.
I've heard of Vanilla Midget, right, Rob? God damn those Vanilla Midgets.
Yeah.
Who cares if they can wrestle their asses off and have more charisma than a giant big fucking goofball like Braun Strowman can barely put a fucking sentence together.
Well, that's Vince for you, man. He loves his big guys, always has done, always will do. So, I mean, they get it right sometimes, you know, like with Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? And even Chris Jericho could put him in that category to some extent.
Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. A lot of people don't remember that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Randy Savage were both 5'10". 5'10", 220, 215. They weren't giant fucking guys.
No.
But you never hear them put in they're vanilla midgets. Well, from what you're telling me is a vanilla midget and shouldn't be wrestling, Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat should not be wrestling. And the thing is that Shawn Michaels and Bret were bigger than those two guys, size-wise.
Yeah.
They're bigger than them.
Yeah,
but they're lumped in the same... I don't know. These fucking people are retarded, bro.
Yeah, they are, definitely.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Definitely not wrestling fans. I think you'll agree with me when I say that.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. People that like those big fucking jacked up dudes over talent. You know, guys that actually...
They're probably gay. They have to be gay. I want to see the biggest, most muscular guy in the world, and I hope he's just wearing the underwears with knee pads. That's what I want to see. Who gives a fuck about good wrestling? Give me what the fuck's his name there? Mason Ryan in underwears. That's what I want to see. I want to see Mason Ryan, Dave Bautista, all greased up and jacked up, 6'5", 300 pounds, jack muscle, small dick. That's what I want.
Sorry, I had to leave that there. I can sorting something out, but that's cool.
I'll pass on all that great technical wrestling and charisma. Fuck that. Just give me a big giant goofball with a small penis. Put him in there. Put him in some underwear and knee pads.
Doing your Vince McMahon impression.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's some good wrestling.
All right. Next question is again from Zimmer THFC. What do you think of the newcomer Horse and his promos? LOL.
Fuck Horse.
Horse is a wanker. I can't stand him.
Worm. I've made Worm as my favorite Eclipse member.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying as fuck, but that's what I love about him. I guess. I wouldn't call it love, but just, you know, that's what it is. I don't know. They all serve a purpose. I'm not saying I don't like Horse. Just fucking around when I say fuck Horse. That's because I got a match against a fucking horse, Dark Horse. So, you know, fuck all horses and ponies and fucking mules and jackasses alike.
Well, while we're on the subject of YTWE, this is a question we're asking everyone that comes on here, because generally they're gonna either be part of YTWE or know what YTWE is, and we're just gonna ask you, what is your YTWE experience?
My experience, like how I feel about it.
How you feel? What's happened with your character?
I was always I was always a fan. Yeah, I was always a fan, and that's why you reached out to me to be a part of it. My 1 year. This pay-per-view is going to be my 1 year anniversary.
Yep.
You reached out to me about the Scott Casey Gale invitation. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it, because I seen your product. I enjoyed it. I still believe it's the best one. I don't think any other comes close. WCW, I don't care which one it is. I'm not shitting on them. I'm just telling it like it is. I think everybody would agree with me that this is the best run eFed available that I know of anyways, for sure. Very fun. Made a lot of friends here. You guys welcomed me with open arms.
Yep. As would they.
I can't say nothing but good things to say about it. I've enjoyed myself. Storylines are fantastic, very well done, very well thought out. Everything makes sense. Sometimes there's a little bit of a hiccup and whatever,
Yeah.
When there is, it's talked about and explained, and everything always it always works.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. It always works. Everything works out. Runs smooth. No bullshit.
That's it. And
you know what I mean? No bullshit. That's it.
That's how we try to keep it.
That's why I get upset. I've only got upset maybe once or twice, and that was when Boston Fan did. He said this is a shoot, and he did that shoot, and it pissed me off because it was 100% false, and I don't understand how anyone could ever feel that way. Like they were getting screwed over or underutilized and shit. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Just do your fucking. All you're doing is cutting fucking promos, man. That's it. That's it.
And that
For
is.
fuck's sake, it aggravates me. Well, that's the one thing that aggravated me, and the reason why it aggravated me is because here's the conceited side of me coming out. I cut some of the best fucking promos. I've still not won a fucking singles title.
Yeah.
1 year I haven't won a singles title.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it took me 3 years to win my first title.
There you go. Like, it doesn't matter. Those don't matter, man. But it matters to some people, I guess. I don't know.
I think a lot of people.
But that's the only thing. And no disrespect to Boston Fan, because he, myself and Jesse, we hooked up and we put together one of the best segments in eFed's, probably the best segment in eFed history. I don't know what anybody else has ever done. I've never seen anything that came close to it.
No.
Who goes out of their way to tape somebody's mouth shut and tie him to a fucking tree to cut a promo?
Exactly. No, you guys done a really fucking good job with that, man. And that's the thing. Boston Fan, he should never feel underutilized or,
No way.
He's someone that we've stuck with.
Boston Fan, you get more promo time than the whole rest of the roster combined on a show, so shut up.
But he's one of ours. He's part of the DNA, and we'll always thank him for what he's done.
I hope if he watches this, he knows I'm just busting his balls and doesn't really get upset.
Nah, he's alright. He's a good guy, and he's a good guy. He gets a few paranoid voices in his ear holes at sometimes, I think, or he gets a bit. I don't know, just the way he is. But he's a nice guy. He gets it. You can talk to him, and he gets it. So, right. Sorry. Right. So, Bam Bam Bigelow has won that Royal Rumble, and it's over. So, I'm going to set up another match. How about, because it's you, we do Bret Hart versus Sting in a Hell in a Cell and see who the king of the sharpshooter is. Right, so we happy. Is that the end of that YCW experience, Rob? You happy with all that? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nothing to add, or
good stuff to hear. Well, I'll save that for when it's my turn.
All right, brother. All right. So this question was influenced by you. I don't remember exactly when, but we spoke about it on one of the live streams, and you said about a wrestling Mount Rushmore. So who would be your 4 guys to go on a wrestling Mount Rushmore?
4 guys, okay. And I'm gonna leave, and this always changes for me when I think back. I'm like, fuck, no, he's there. So it's like I'm very conflicted on this, but Brett is always there because he's my favorite of all time. I think he's the most underrated Hall of Famer out there. He's the most underrated, most underappreciated. That's for damn sure. So Brett's up there.
Yep.
Gotta throw Steve Austin up there because he damn near single-handedly resurrected the wrestling business, WWF in particular, from the depths of fucking hell. He brought it back. So I gotta throw Steve Austin in there. Randy Savage, another guy underrated, underappreciated.
Yep.
Words cannot describe how great that fucking guy was. Promo, in the ring, everything. Every fucking thing he could do. And he did it for damn near 30 years. And because he may or may not have slept with Stephanie McMahon, I think he did. And, God bless him for that. He hit her up in the prime. Hopefully, depending on what state they were living in.
Yeah.
Or at that time, wherever, age of consent varies. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that bullshit. But so Randy Savage definitely up there, and the 4th spot is the one where I'm always conflicted because there's a lot of guys I want to put in that fucking spot, man. Like I just got done telling Rob that there's a legitimate argument that can be made for Jericho being the greatest wrestler of all time. So like, and when I say that, I want to put him in that fucking spot. Jake Roberts, another guy who cut the best fucking promos you've ever heard in your fucking life, but never had to raise his voice, not one time. Not one time did he ever have to raise his voice, and he said it during an interview. I don't know if it was with Vince McMahon or on some type of talk show. He said, you could speak loudly without ever raising your voice. There's all his promos, like, he just had, that he could look through that camera and it felt like he was piercing into your soul type of thing.
Absolutely.
He can go up there too. There's so many guys you could put up there in that 4th spot, but for me, I go. Ah man, so hard.
And it's a case of whether they're your favourites or whether they genuinely belong up there. I'm
gonna put Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, in the 4th spot, and the reason is because I think that maybe there was some politics that took place back in the day, but I remember Mr. Perfect. I don't know if he was the Intercontinental Champion at the time, but he was having a program with Hogan.
Yep.
And I thought, if there's ever a fucking heel that Hogan should drop the belt to right now, it's him. Because, that character was built up perfectly, no pun intended. And he was just the perfect adversary for Hogan. Like, he could wrestle, he was a big dude, extremely athletic. Great on the microphone. He had Bobby Heenan as his manager, another Hogan hater. It doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. And you go back and watch those matches. They were all 5-star matches, 4 5-star matches. They were great. He had matches with the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah,
who, let's face it, he's overrated as fuck. He was just the ultimate warrior without the face paint, in my opinion. But he was over. People loved him. And he had great matches with Kurt. Everybody had a great match with Kurt. There was no bad matches with that guy. And it's a goddamn shame that he never won the world title. That's why I put him up there. It's kind of like my consolation prize. Because he deserves it. He deserves it. So fucking good.
He was. And I think his back injury obviously played into why he didn't go further. But there was that time, like you say, he was at the right time in his career. He was alright. He could have taken that title off of Hogan. Had a fucking good run with it, and but what he did putting Bret Hart over at SummerSlam 91, I think that was him saying, no, this is what wrestling's about. This is what the next level should be. If I was world champion right now, this is the guy I would be in the matches with.
I agree. And let me add on that. Let's say Hogan does drop the belt to him, right?
Yeah.
You have yourself a heel champion, calls himself the perfect champion. Like, again, don't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if he was the Intercontinental Champion when he challenged Hogan for the belt. I think he was. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. He wins the belt, and all right, whatever. You let him run with it for, 2-3 months, because back in the day they had only 4 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
So whatever, the next pay-per-view comes up, and Hogan wins the belt back. You're telling me that match is not going to sell tickets?
I reckon it would have sold a damn sight more than Sergeant Slaughter. Although Sergeant Slaughter was in position to be a fucking top heel at the time, given the Gulf War, but you know what I mean? I think more people would have been after that Mr. Perfect Hogan match.
I agree.
Alright.
Can I take a break for 1 second so I can take a piss?
Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries,
I'm not asking, I'm going to do it, because otherwise it's going to be a mess.
Alright, how you doing, Jason? You alright there, fella? Good to have you join us. If you got any questions for Will, chuck them in the comment box.
I've still got some of Rob's that we haven't asked yet.
He's asked about 3,000, hasn't he?
Well,
yeah, we can ask him. If you can keep up with him, he keeps asking new ones. Alright, so we got Sting versus Bret Hart inside the Hell in a Cell. Who is the king of the sharpshooter? Oh.
Bret fucking Hart, of course.
Oh, come on, Bret. I'm cheering
Fuck
Bret
Sting.
in this one.
Fuck Sting, an original cunt. Fuck. I know people like Sting, but there you go. I don't really personally like him.
Stink the Clown.
Oh, that was a good film. That was a good character. I'm going to copy that. No one will ever know.
No, it's not that. It's, hold on. That was a good character. That actor's dead. No, I'm going to steal his character.
Yeah. It's all about chilling, Jace.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Let's throw a fifth head on there too. Let's throw Undertaker on the fucking Mount Rushmore as well. Let's add a fifth head.
Alright, why not? Can't argue with the Undertaker.
No, you can't.
The body of work, the undefeated streak, never bitched, never complained. There were many times where he should have been the champion. He very well could be one of those guys that had the belt 10, 12, 13 fucking times. But he's had it, like 5 or 6 times max, maybe 7. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But he always, when Shawn Michaels was being a fucking cocksucker, and this is why I leave him off the list, because the bullshit, just all the bullshit that comes with dealing with that fucking idiot.
Yep.
And he's a born-again Christian, which really pisses me off too. I hate those motherfuckers with a passion. I really do. I really fucking do. That was the icing on the cake of my hatred of HBK. He was waiting backstage at WrestleMania 14 in case Shawn pulled some bullshit. He was gonna get his fucking face smashed in. When I heard that story, I was like, that brought fucking a tear to my fucking eye. Could work with anyone, big, small, tall, fat, slow, brawler, technical wrestler, you name it, he could work with him.
Yep.
Best big man the wrestling business has ever seen, in my opinion. So you could throw him up there too. And that's where I get conflicted, is with that 4th spot.
Yeah.
And my personal bias in putting Bret up there. Like, that's just me. He's always going to be... He is what he said he was. Best there is, best there was, best there ever fucking will be, in my opinion. You don't like it? Fucking lick my balls.
You can't argue with putting Bret up there, man. Like I say,
No.
I think, you know, like, it can come down to personal preference as well as whether they're any good. But you know, you can't argue. You can't argue with Brett being up there. Right. I believe we're coming up to the last section, which is the open forum, where we give you the opportunity to turn the questions around on us. You can ask us a few questions and see what comes of it. Anything you want. Open forum.
Okay, this is great. I like this. I'll turn it right back around. I don't know if you guys can go round table, like one of you answer then the other. Who is your Mount Rushmore?
Well, this may change because down the line we're gonna guest on the podcast ourselves and get someone like yourself or Rob or someone to take the place of me or Rob, you know what I mean? So we will answer these in our own podcast, but I think I might, when I do that one, I think I might go for more who should be up there, who's deserving to be up there maybe. But I think from a personal standpoint, I would Mr. Perfect, hands down, Randy Savage, hands down, probably Jake the Snake. And then again, this comes like Brian Pillman. When I was like 11, 12, he was one of my favourites because he was just like different, so fucking different back then, you know. And I had a lot for Brian Pillman, so maybe he doesn't deserve to be up there as one of the 4 best wrestlers of all time. But for me personally, Brian Pillman was a massive influence on what I liked about wrestling, you know. And I'm not into all the flippy floppy high flying wrestling too much. I appreciate it and I like it when it's done right, you know. But Brian Pillman's one of the only major high flyers. Well, I say major high flyers. He was back then compared to these days. He's pretty standard, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say probably Perfect, Savage, Jake the Snake and Pillman.
Right. Now, mine are going to be quite similar because me and Bert are, to some extent, when it comes to wrestling and liking certain wrestlers. So mine are Mr. Perfect, Macho Man, Jake the Snake and Bret Hart.
There you go. And the only reason Bret Hart's, like I say, that's personal preference, you know. But Bret Hart, for me, he was always on the wrong side of the fence. I was a Mr. Perfect fan. Bret Hart was on the other side of the fence, you know. And then Mr. Perfect put Shawn Michaels over as the guy that was going to follow on from him and Bret Hart sort of thing. So I was a Shawn Michaels fan then, and then Bret Hart was on the wrong side of the fence, you know. And it was never... And I liked Owen Hart big time. Owen Hart's one of my all-time favourites. And a lot of the time, Bret Hart was on the other side of the fence. So Bret Hart never really was one of my favourites in that sense, you know. But he was always been one of my favourites in the sense of watching his matches and appreciating what he does, you know.
Right.
But yeah. You happy with them answers?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Well,
my next question.
Go on then.
I got more.
Yeah, no, I was going to say this match is still going.
Don't cut him off, Bert.
I'm the guest here. You're being a ungrateful host.
Oh. I'm an asshole. No, go on, mate. Fire away. Starting
to act like Vlogger Bob here, fucking screwing me over. The question was asked to me, what are my feelings on YTWE? What are your feelings on YTWE?
Fucking hell.
Well.
And who is your favorite character outside of me, of course. So,
The top dog. It's the top dog. I told you he would be. Fucking took Robert Rage out.
Well, let me take this.
I answered earlier. Yeah, you all right? I answered earlier. Jason, the Shielded Valley Castle.
Yeah.
When he's not trying too hard, when he just fucking goes, when he just and just fucking goes.
Yeah.
Is the most entertaining. I forgot one too because he hasn't cut a promo in a while. I mentioned this before. Pimp Daddy.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh my God. Fucking. I'll tell you, like, I'd be at work with my headset on, just working, and listening to his fucking promos and laughing, and people looking at me like, fuck, Pimp Daddy making me laugh, motherfuckers.
He's one of the funniest fuckers going, man.
He's fucking funny when he talk about Mistress Mume and the strip clubs and all that. Just oh my God, he's great.
Yeah, go on then, bro. Go on.
My YTWE 18+ experience has been fucking amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better than what we've done, what we've put together. The matches I've had, the storylines I've had, the evolution of my character as well. My first couple of promos were quite quiet and not so ragey, if you like. I love the whole process of putting the matches together as well. Some matches take fucking days, but when you watch it back, you realise that was totally worth it because there's people like you and obviously others that watch pro wrestling and get it and understand it and play the game as well and understand how much effort was put into a particular match.
Agreed.
And that appreciation from people means a lot to me. Obviously the commentary as well, I love doing that and getting the feedback we get as well is fucking brilliant to hear people going, oh, your commentaries made me laugh and it was really well done and your chemistry's really good. And for me as well, just spending time with Bert, I mean, I don't really get out that much because I look after my nan. I'm basically her carer, so it gives us something to do as friends, you know, friends that have known each other for like best part of fucking 20 years.
Nearly 30,
over
mate.
20 years now. So, yeah, that's basically it. I love fucking everyone who gets involved. I love the guys that do promos. My favourite character, can't say myself because that sounds egotistical.
It's alright, do it. I do it all the time.
But barring myself, it was probably Rap Jeff. His promos were short, sweet, to the point. He had character. He told you a fucking story within 30 seconds, and that's a talent that unfortunately we've lost. Due to whatever reasons, you know, YouTube being shit now or whatever, you know, it's understandable, I get it. But my favourite character would have to be Ramp Jeff.
Well, fuck that guy.
he's still about.
I forgot about him. I forgot about him because his promos were so short, and I didn't ever have like much interaction with him. You know, other than like maybe a couple months. But yes, I agree with that. What I have seen with him definitely tells the story. Very, very short period of time, which is always a plus. Absolutely.
He always knew how to get over what we wanted in that fucking. I think a minute and a half may have been his longest promo, but I don't even know if he went a minute and a half. But he was always bang on it, and it was like that's all you need to do. If you know what I mean. If you can do it like that, that's all you need to do. And so, no, he was good. He's one of my favourite characters. I don't know, because I create a lot of the characters, you know, like say Mike Minor with his magnificent Mike Minor thing. You know, that was like, I'm not saying he's one of my favourite characters there, but it got him over, and it done well, and it's worked. You know, he likes it, other people like it. So for me, I'm like, well, that was a good character. That's a good character because it's working. You know.
I agree.
Pimp Daddy, great character. And it comes down to a lot of what can I do with these characters. So how can I progress them? How can I include them? How many different angles and stories, you know, can I put them in? And I don't know, it's difficult for me to choose a favourite character, because at any given moment, depending what I do with them, in terms of, like, you know, how I push them, how I promote them, they could have a better character than someone else that week, that month, kind of thing. You know, it's like your boy Pat. He's fucking really, really good sometimes, and then other times, like he always carries a promo. He's always good promo, but some promos are a lot better than others. That's the same as everyone, really. But I think, yeah, probably Shield of Belly Castle's one of my favourites. He always makes me laugh, and you see how easy it is to book him and get him over. It's just, it's easy. I don't have to do fuck all with him, you know. The matches I give him, he carries a ladder, you know what I mean. He uses that ladder, and it's over, and it works, and
that's his gimmick, the fucking ladder.
But you know, yeah. And my YTW experience, well, that's a fucking long story. But that started October 2012. I was putting videos up on my DeVito 28 channel that were just highlight reels, and I was calling myself Bert Hennig at the time, like, just for these videos. It was Bert Hennig versus Undertaker, Bert Hennig versus Dan Spivey or Brock Lesnar or whatever, and they were just little highlight things. Chris Collier started up the YTWE off the back of another E-Fed that wasn't doing very well, wasn't put together very well, blah blah blah, but it had a bit of a following within a little community. You know, Chris Collier made that, but realised how difficult it was to do, I guess, and he found me through this community, and then looking at my highlight videos, and he said, "Mr. DeVito, would you like to join the YTWE?" I went, "Why not?" I didn't know what the fuck it was at the time, mate, really. You know, it was, I didn't know what an E-Fed was or anything. It was just the same way we try to think of YTWE today. It's just a computer game that we're making cartoon wrestling shows out of, you know. And but Chris brought me in, and then Chris eventually went, "Look, I can't do this, mate. It's all yours. You take over. You own it. It's your product. You're the fucking CEO. I'm out of it." You know what I mean? So, and then from that point on, because while Chris was there, I had restrictions. He didn't want me to do commentary. He wanted JR and Michael Cole from the in-game commentary running, or JR and Jerry Lawler, I think, from the in-game commentary. So I couldn't use that, and there was certain other things he was like, no, I don't want this, I don't want that. But once he handed it over to me, I went, right, now we'll do it my way. And then I brought in Mr. D and Vlogger Bob as the commentary team. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, we've got a bloody... Look, to be fair, Mr. D started talking off like this. The growly voice kind of developed over the time, because I thought he needs more depth, he needs more of his own character, and my voice isn't as intimidating or forceful, or it doesn't have that thing that Mr. D's got, you know. So it was kind of his development, and we've had our ups and downs. We've had people come and go, people take it too seriously, you know, but we're good people. We've always looked after people. If people were good to us, we're good to them. And I've enjoyed YTWE, and we'll enjoy it for a lot fucking longer. So, you know, there ain't, like you said, there's no other E-Fed that can touch us. Any other E-Fed is just basically copying our format. They may use our wrestlers, or some of our wrestlers, you know, but I don't think any other EFED's got the commentary we've got. They haven't got the match quality we've got. They haven't got the storyline quality we've got. You know, and I don't. I don't mean to sound egotistical or anything with that. I just think that's the way it is.
No, I'll do it for you. There's no one. There's no Fed better. None. Zero. There's always something lacking in one area, like you just mentioned, commentary, match play. Like you just said, you take days sometimes putting a match together.
Yeah.
That's dedication. That's professionalism. These other refeds don't do that. You just let they'll put it in and let the match run, and that's what it is, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like this is a next level shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. There's none better.
I did that a lot in the early days. I just let the computer control the matches, but I was getting bored of them because the computer's thick as shit, and it does the same thing all the time, and it does stupid things all the time. And I was like, we can't have this. We've got to start playing the matches, otherwise this is gonna get stale, old, and boring very fucking quickly. You know. But alright, well, are you happy? You got any more questions?
Nope, I'm good, man.
Alright. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of this podcast. Bret Hart has defeated Sting in the Hell in a Cell.
Yes!
I don't know what he beat him with because I weren't looking, but he's...
Doesn't matter, he won.
That's it. So,
excellence of execution.
Yeah, anything you want to say, mate? Closing, you know? Anything you want to say before you go?
Yeah, I do. I want to say, thank both of you guys for, like I said earlier, welcome me into your Fed with open arms, and never fucking crossing me. Always been straight up with me. Listen to what I have to say, and I don't like to refer to too many people as friends that I've met on the internet. I don't believe in that. But I do consider both of you guys friends, and I just, it's been a fucking great year so far. Hopefully we have more.
Yep, will be, mate. It will be. Yep, and I know what you mean about the friends thing. You talk to people and they say you're friends, and you can be really fucking close with them, and then it just takes one silly little thing for them to turn around and go, "I know, we don't like you anymore. We're gonna be cunts." And it's like, alright. So is what it is. But yeah, no, you've been good with us, we've been good with you. We've got no problem with you, mate, and we, I don't see us having a problem with you, so
right on.
So yeah, well, everybody go check out Will's World Entertainment. The link will be in the description box after the podcast, but obviously I didn't get time to put it in before. Yeah, check out Will's World Entertainment. As he said, he does Tekken, does Borderlands, and he does a lot of live streams, hangouts. Gets a lot of people in there. Check them out.
I do everything.
He does a bit of
everything.
Yeah.
Trying to get to 1,000 subs, motherfucker. Subscribe.
You'll get there, mate. You'll get there.
Trying to make some money. Let's go.
Alright, are we done then, Rob? You got anything? Final words? Anything?
No, just thank you, Will, for joining us today, man. And that was that's probably the best one we've done so far. I think that's been my favourite podcast we've done so far. So
nobody's following this act. It's
All
not
right.
an act though. This is the real me.
That's it. Real deal. The way it should be. Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining us. As Rob said, it's great to have you here. We'll no doubtedly do some streaming with you at some point on some games. Get our ass kicked on Tekken. But but this
I don't know. Lately I've been getting fucking smoked. So.
Right. Well, this has been PSD Podcast number 3 with Will's World Entertainment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Go check out YTWE 18+ on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's it from us. Catch you later.